Hello everyone. Wanted to go ahead and give you guys an overview of the Power Automate home screen. And if you guys don't know how to get here, all you got to do is head over to make.powerautomate.com, or if you're on one of the other Microsoft applications and you see this app launcher at the top left, you can click on this and you can get to Power Automate this way or one of the other Microsoft applications. So we're going to focus primarily on the left-hand navigation, but you guys could see here, one of the first things that you're prompted with when you open up the Power Automate home screen is an ability to be able to prompt your way to a flow using Copilot. So you can see right here, it gives you some examples of different prompts that you can use to help create your flow. So it just kind of gives you a head start in case you guys are like, man, this is a really complicated flow. I just want to try to prompt it and at least get a head start. That's a great way to do it. And that gives us a great segue over to the create option here on the left. So once you click on create, there's going to be some templates that you can click on. So that's probably one of the first places that I would look before I try to start prompting something, is I would look to see if there's a template, or I have a Grammarly thing that's on the screen. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. And there's different templates that you guys can click on. So unless your flow is pretty complicated, odds are there may be a template that could get you pretty close to what you're trying to create, so you're not having to create it from scratch. But if you're okay creating it from scratch, you can go ahead and click on one of these blank options up here, and then it'll go through all of the different steps. Like if you click on automated cloud flow, from here we need to name our flow, and then we need to go ahead and select a trigger. So in our SharePoint series, we went ahead and selected this one when an item is created. So anytime we had an item that was created to a SharePoint list, that was our trigger, and then we were able to add our actions onto that. So below that, though, we do have templates. So this is just more of a robust view of all the different templates that we have. You can sort it up here with these different options like data collection, Visio button, blah, 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 or you can search for it, or you can also change the filter here when you're how you're able to sort it as well. So you can sort it by name, sort it by publisher time, popularity, all that good stuff. Coming down here to learn, this will take us over to the Microsoft documentation for Power Automate. So this is a great tool. You probably want to bookmark this because you're going to have to refer to it quite a bit. But we are going to use one of my ways that I actually prefer to learn as I'm going. So I'm someone who doesn't like to necessarily read a whole lot of documentation up front. I kind of like to be more hands-on and then learn as I go. So as I'm building out my flow, I've learned that it's a lot more helpful for me to have a Copilot window open. And then that way I'm able to provide screenshots to Copilot in case I get stuck on something, or just to be able to prompt it. So let's do a quick example. So we'll do my flows, and then I'll show you guys what I'm going to use Copilot for in a second. So once you click on my flows, you'll see all of the flows that we have created. So I had 2 flows that we created in our SharePoint series, but you can also come over here and you can see flows that I've shared with you. So in my work environment, I have a whole bunch of flows that I haven't touched or looked at, but my coworkers shared with me because I may need to look at the executions at some point, or to be able to edit their flows in case they were ever to move on to a different position. So that is how you're able to access all of your flows. But we have all these different options over here. So we have like approvals, solutions, automation center. Say you have no idea what these different options are. So let's go ahead and take a screenshot of these different options. And then we're going to prompt Copilot. We're going to say, can you explain what each of these navigation tools are used for on Power Automate? Okay, so I won't read these verbatim, but we'll just kind of go over them real quickly. So we had approvals. So this section allows you to create, manage, and track approval workflows. So if I click on this, in my SharePoint series, one of our flows that we created sent out approvals. You can see some of the flows that I either approved or rejected. So you can see over here the outcome and then when they were sent out and stuff like that. But if you have any flows that are pending your approval, or if you want to reject them, you should see them right here where you can go ahead and make those decisions. Next up, we have solutions. So what are solutions? So solutions are containers for grouping related components such as flows, apps, and connectors. They're useful for packaging and deploying customizations across environments from development to production. So Automation Center, that one's next, right? So what do we have for Automation Center? This is a centralized hub for managing and monitoring automation activities. Provides insight into the automation performance, usage analytics, and let's go ahead and click on it ourselves and see what it looks like. You guys can see here, we would see, go ahead and click on run history. Let's do the last 14 days. Okay, so you can see my run history for the different flows that we have, and you can see if they succeeded or if they failed. So say you have a whole bunch of flows, this is a great tool to be able to use to check to see So you're not having to go into each flow individually and check to see if they executed correctly or not. And you can even filter by errors, work queues, process map. I mean, you have a whole bunch of options here. Next up, we have process mining. So process mining analyzes your business processes by examining event logs and data. It helps identify inefficiencies, bottlenecks, and opportunities for automation. Okay, so use data. This is create new processes. So use data recordings to discover optimization and automation opportunities. So essentially, it's just a great way to be able to refine what you're doing. AI Hub. I have not used this one before. So let's see. AI Hub provides tools and models for integrating artificial intelligence into your flows. You can use pre-built AI models or create custom models to enhance. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, so there's some resources down here, some videos that you can click on. Select a pre-built prompt or make custom one of your own. So this is cool. So this is a great tool to be able to integrate AI into your flows. And then we have desktop flow activity. So this section tracks and manages desktop flows, also known as RPA. It shows execution history, errors, and performance metrics. And looks like I'm not licensed for it. And then more, there's just a few other things over here that aren't currently pinned that we could choose to pin if we wanted to. So like prompts, tables, connectors, and or connections, sorry. So if we go ahead and add connections here, these are all of the different connections that we currently have for our different workflows that we have in place, but we could always add new connections as well. So there's tons of them on here. So Power Automate is able to connect to most of the different platforms out there. So like, let's see if there's one for ServiceNow, for example. Yep, and there is one. So you're able to actually connect Power Automate to ServiceNow. This is premium though, so this may be something you may have to pay extra for. All right, so that pretty much covers the left-hand side navigation for Power Automate. Also, you guys saw this really cool tool. I definitely want to experiment with this a bit more. Maybe we'll do a video on it. So how you can actually automate your flows, just prompting Copilot and have it build the flow for you. But also, hopefully this gave you guys a great idea when you're trying to build out your flows that you can use screenshots or prompts, and Copilot should already have consumed all of the Microsoft documentation for Power Automate. So it's a more interactive way to be able to help troubleshoot what you're doing and help guide you as you're building out your workflows.